What's up, everybody? So we're back at you with another boat tour. However, I'm -1 today, unfortunately. She had prior obligations, so she's not here, but the show must go on. So I'm out here and I'm about to tour a Prout catamaran, and I'm pretty excited about it because I've never seen one of these before in real life, and there's one basically in our backyard. It's at the boatyard that Freebie is currently at. So yeah, might as well go take a look at it. Actually, before we get going, I wanted to quickly say that Randy and I are going to be at the Miami Boat Show this year. So that's going to be on the 15th and the 16th, so Saturday and Sunday. I'm not sure what times we're going to set something up, but we're going to post whatever we're doing on our Instagram. So if you're not following us on Instagram yet, I definitely recommend you go doing that, because that's where we're going to post like where we're going to be and what time we'll be there. So if you wanted to potentially meet up with us. Anyway, let's go take a look at this boat. So I am boarding right here. Got the cockpit back there. And we've got the two bows up here. So there's no trampoline. It's a hard foredeck on this boat. So there's a lot of room here, lots of space for activities. Looks like we have a dual anchor roller, dual windlasses. That's pretty cool. That's a good feature right there. Twin head sails, so we have a cutter rig, which you don't really see too much on catamarans, so that's pretty cool. Let's open this deck hatch right here. And it sounds like that is going to be some sort of compressor, so that's either refrigeration or air conditioning. We got propane down there. And this is going to be where all your anchor chain, anchor rod is. Nice big locker right there as well. You've got dolphin seats in the front. This feels like a nice safe bow. It's got this guardrail right here. And then you've got that big aluminum crossbeam. Looking aft, we've got port lights that go into the saloon. Got solar on deck. That's a nice little feature right there. We've got solar vents. And yeah, I mean, it looks like that's gonna be a nice protected helm right there. So let's start walking back. One thing I did notice is that because this is a smaller catamaran, there are no forward bow lockers. They're probably using that space for more interior volume, which I totally get and I totally understand. This is a smaller catamaran. So another thing I really like is you've got two shrouds on each side, and then two backstays as well, and then two forestays. So a baby stay and a forestay. So really and truly, there is no one point of failure for this rig. Everything is doubled up. And then you have a pretty short rig, very manageable. We've got a radar right there, and we've got mast steps all the way up the mast. I like that setup a lot. A lot of redundancy in the rig. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice. And we're going back into the cockpit. Does look like all lines lead aft and into the cockpit. And this is the kind of aft deck here. It is a good size. It's not huge, but you know, it is a catamaran, a smaller catamaran, so it's a good size. There's a magma grill, more solar, davits with a good sized dinghy. This looks to be about maybe a 10-foot dinghy, 8 to 10-foot dinghy. So it's pretty cool. It's about the biggest I think you can go with for this size boat. You got your main sheet right here. So let's go into the cockpit. So this is a very, very protected cockpit. We've got a full enclosure. So in rough weather, it's gonna be very, very nice to sail in here. Full cockpit enclosure. So very, very safe. All the lines lead into the cockpit. So there's your main sheet. Your Genoa sheets come out there and over there. And I think you use this winch for all of that. So for your main sheet and your Genoa sheets. And then what I noticed here is all your mast is literally right here. Your mast is right there. So all of your your reefing lines, your main halyard, all that stuff comes out right here. And I believe, yeah, you can use that. You can use that winch as well. So there's one winch that controls basically all of this rigging. So very interesting. I would probably add another winch right there just for like redundancy. Maybe a smaller one there and a smaller one there. That'd be a good idea. But I like the fact that you can use basically one winch for everything. So in here is going to be the engine access. And that apparently also becomes a cockpit table. There's a leg that goes with that. But let's open that up. So we've got batteries. We've got your Yanmar diesel right there. Very, very cool. So if that doesn't look like enough engine access for you, there's actually even more engine access right over here. So under all of this. So there is more engine access for you. So that is a Yanmar 30 horsepower diesel. It looks like it has seen better days. It's got a lot of corrosion down there, so it's gonna need work. It's still pretty cool, good engine access. Maybe this boat's a good candidate for electric, because that'd be a nice engine room for an electric engine. So let's go back into the cockpit. Looks like there's gonna be some sort of tank under there. Water, diesel, something like that. And then let's go down into the main saloon. Oh yeah, air conditioning. I can feel the air conditioning. Feels very nice down here. So down here you've got a main salon table right here. It's a very, very nice area. Very spacious area to hang out. Very cool. And that's gonna be your like main feature for this boat. You can see up there, that is actually your main berth, but you get to it from down there. So let's go take a look. So looking to starboard, we're going down into the starboard hull. This is gonna be your galley. And as you can see, you got, good view of, your salon. So if someone's hanging out over there, you're cooking over here, you're still in the same space. It's a nice little area. You got your cooktop in your oven. You've got your sink. You got some storage on the right. I don't see any refrigeration, but I would assume that there is somewhere. And going forward, this is what I was talking about before. So you have your main berth, and this actually looks like it could be a queen size berth. If not, it's a big double, oversized double or something, because it's big. Oh, there's a TV right there. Looks like it flips down. And then right here, these are closed right now, and there's actually a cover on the other side. But you've got, if you were sailing and you wanted to see forward from inside the saloon or inside the berth area, you could remove that over there and you'll be able to see forward on the boat. Really, really cool. So that's awesome. And then there's the air conditioner right there. It's actually working, so I can feel the nice cold air. So looking forward, you have a nice big bow locker. So how I said before, I was like, you know what? This area might be used for something else other than storage. Well, it looks like it's being used as storage. It's just accessible from underneath. It's kind of dark. It's lined with like a hull liner, but I mean, that's a good little storage area. Going aft again. Got more storage there, garbage, and then in here, let's take a look. Oh, there we go, Dometic. There's your refrigerator. There's a Spectral water maker. So this is gonna be like your equipment room. I like this setup a lot. So there's more water maker components. It looks like this could be a berth just in case, someone wanted to sleep with all the equipment, but looks like you could probably put a mattress right there. Alrighty, so that was the starboard hull. Let's go over into the port hull. It does feel kind of like a monohull in that you have to make some kind of weird movements to get around, but that's just, I think that's just kind of smaller boats for you. So let's go forward. This is kind of like your nav area, your electronics area. And then you've got your head. They have a composting head, air conditioner going into here, so it feels real nice. Got some storage up there. Looking back, it looks like it drains as a shower. Yep, there's a shower in here, so hot and cold water. So that's pretty nice. And then going aft, you got a very nice little berth right here. Looks like a little double berth. Got a sub panel down there, probably for lights and stuff. You got some of those hanging bags and a nice port light there for lighting and ventilation. Very, very cool. Another thing is there is a propane heater. This boat is very well outfitted. It does need cosmetic work, as you can probably tell, but it is very well outfitted. I mean, it seems like it's ready to start cruising right now. So I'm starting my continuous below deck walkthrough, and I'm kind of starting from the companionway because I think that makes the most sense. Now we have the saloon here, and then we're gonna go down the starboard hull. And we have the galley in the starboard hull. We've got the main cabin with storage up forward, like a queen size double berth right there. We've got an equipment room aft, and going into the port hull through the saloon to the aft. We've got another double berth. We've got your nav area right here, and then your head with a shower. Very, very cool. All right, guys, so that was honestly a really, really cool little catamaran. I mean, that was just, it was awesome. I mean, that was just a really cool boat. It was a little small. It had a lot of things that I really liked, and it had a lot of accommodations too. I mean, it had a giant, you know, double berth in the forward section of the boat. It had air conditioning, it had GPS, AIS, it had water maker, it had radar, it had everything you would need to cruise. It had solar, it had wind. It was basically set up to just go. It just wasn't in the best shape. It was definitely a project boat, but it had a lot of really, really, really good things. It had an equipment room, a tech room, it had a protected helm, it had a cutter rig. I mean, honestly, there was not much that I could say that was bad about that boat. I mean, it was in, the worst thing about it was that, you know, the current condition, it's not as nice as I would have liked to have seen. So cosmetically, it wasn't the best. It's definitely a great boat. I mean, this particular hull has crossed the Atlantic. It's gone through the Panama Canal. It's done extensive cruising. So these little Prout catamarans are definitely solid cruising boats. I don't know, you know, I think our next boat, we would like a bigger boat than this, but this is a really good option. It's a really good option for a lot of people. It could be a really good option for us too. Yeah, I mean, I really just have mainly good things to say about this boat. It's set up to be a good cruiser, a roomy cruiser, a safe cruiser, you know, it's set up with all the bells and whistles right now, you know. It's a good little boat. I think anybody that wants to purchase this boat would probably be making a good purchase. You know, cosmetically, you can fix those things. You can make it look better cosmetically. The bones are good. The engine, You can rebuild this engine. You can clean it up. You can repower it with another diesel. You can repower it with electric. You know, it's a cool boat. I really liked it. As if that, you know, that wasn't obvious enough. So I think that's really all I have to say about it. I mean, we're gonna have to, I think I want to look at more Prouts, more older catamarans to see what they're like. But I mean, this boat just seems so well manageable and so sailable, so safe for a, you know, little boat, little catamaran, just very well set up. It was cool. I liked it. And I think Randy would like it too. I think what she would probably say is that it was a little small. But it is what it is. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get notified each and every time we drop a video. See you guys.
I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it